Hello everyone. Today we will look at the idea of scope in Python. So let us start by writing a Python script. So this is about scope variable lookup. So let us say I have a variable m equal to 25 and I'm putting a print statement. Print I say m. Okay, so what does it do? So m is equal to 25 and print m, right? So m is we have a couple of names here. So one is m and another is print. So m so what does it will print? So let us look at, right? So if I try to look what it will print, it prints 25, right? So now m, so Python is looking for m. When I say print m, it is looking here, this guy m25. So wherever here, right? So now there's another name, print. We didn't define anything called print, so but we have no error, right? So why? Because the print is also available. Where does it look? So it is looking something called, say, built-in scope. So Python is also supplying us with a bunch of names like print, string, int, all those wonderful things that we have seen previously. So now print m prints, this is printing 5. Okay, so now let us define a function f simple, and I say print m, and we call it f, right? So maybe we can also put a print m here. So now I define a function f print m, nothing. So what does it will do? Now I'm calling this. So this print, this m is not anywhere inside this function. So now let us run first of all. So everything is printing 25. So this m again is coming from this m, right? It is coming from, it is looking here, and it is finding that there is an m is already defined there. Now let us define m equal to, say, 2500, say, right? So now let us try again. So now I'm getting 2500, right? So now it's no longer coming from here, it is coming from inside the function, because I have defined a local variable. This is a local variable, right? So we are looking at name lookup, okay, maybe not variable lookup. So it's a local variable m. So we have a local variable. So suppose instead of this, right, m equals to 2500, I want to use this m25. I want to modify the value of this m, not this one. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to say it's a keyword global. I'm going to declare it as m. So now let us do, so 25. So now this m is, now if you look at here, see, this is also changed, right? 2500. This m, it was coming from this m, right? It is not, it is outside the function. So but since I have defined a global m, I declare as m as a global variable, I am changing the outside, the global scope here. So I'm changing the value of that. So this is why we have to be careful. Suppose you have several functions and one of the functions redefine or change the value of a global variable. For example, this m is a global variable, then suddenly everywhere that value is updated. So anybody using that value is updated, and if you're not careful with that, you will have, you may get errors. You don't know what happened. Suddenly somebody has changed something. So we need to be careful while using the global declaration. So, reduce the use of global variables as much as possible. We can actually pass in, when you call the function, we know that we can use arguments and pass the value to the function. So now let us go do one more step, define another function 2, and I'm going to say print m, right? And I have to call this here. Maybe this is the first time you're writing a function inside a function, I believe. So f2 is coming. So now let us see this m, right? Will be, let us see what does it print first of all. So everything is 2500. So this m now is coming from, so let us first of all make it as a regular one. So this has to be 25, right? This has to be 25 because this is a local variable. Now let us see what is the second last one printing. It is 2500. So this m is looking here and getting this m to 100. So this scope we called as an enclosing scope because f2 is enclosed inside this, inside f. f2 is inside f. So we say this space wherever you declare that is the enclosing scope. So now let us do same thing. Like if this function, we can let us define m as, right, m as a local variable here, right? And we can also put here print yeah. Okay, so now we have, let's look at what these two guys to do, the second last and the third last, whatever. So now if you look at, see, this is printing 3500, which is this m is local to this f2, and this again is printing this one because this is coming from here. So this is a local variable to f2 alone, right? So now because I defined it, so now if I want to do the same idea like global, if I want to use this m, I want to alter the value of this m, which means here this will also be changed. So what we do is non-local, I'm gonna use the keyword or I'm gonna declare it as non-local. So now I say this one, I'm changing the value in the enclosing scope. Here it is an m to 500. I'm changing this value. So now this is 25, this is 25, and this is 2500, this is 2500, and here m become 3500 obviously, and this m also not this now because we already modified by the non-local declaration. It has to print 3500. That's what I say. That's it. See, I changed this one too. So this is the idea of global, local, non-local variables in Python. It's quite simple and straightforward. May require a little bit of, you may have to like do a few examples and move around the variable and from different scopes and play around so that you can get a hang of it. But the idea is where the variable name is coming from, and it is quite straightforward and easy. Thank you very much for watching.